that I'm at, which is going through a spiritual awakening. We are all here to experience growth, heal from our past situations. And anybody who's watching this, I give tips, things that, you're going to find online, but, I've been doing this work myself. So what I'm here with this team that we have, we are the Angel Squad. If you ever have anything that you need or you want to ask about anything, you can come into these Zoom meetings, and we are more than willing to allow people in, as long as they're there for spiritual growth and they take this seriously. I take this very seriously because I know that a lot of people out here suffer from depression, anxiety, ADHD, and none of them know what's really going on. So what we're here to do is to enlighten you and to let you know that it's not always a doctor situation. Sometimes we are going through a spiritual growth. So whether we're connected to God, to aliens, to the universe, whatever it is, I just want you to know that this is what I have been going through. And because I'm in a process right now, I have to talk about this because it's very important. So yes, I was born Muslim. However, I strongly believe that religion is one of the reasons why everybody's so fucked up out here. As much as it helps so many people, saying you are one thing, it separates you from others, okay? So that's how I feel strongly. Like, it's nice to be a part of something and be a part of a group and all that, but I strongly feel that it separates us as a society, as a humankind, right? So what the Angel Squad is, for me, is people who, obviously, we all believe in God. We all believe in love and light and helping each other and all that. But also, I'm trying to show everyone that thinking the way you thought your whole life, spiritual growth has to start with erasing everything you know. And as hard as that is, you have to, because in schools, they fuck us up. They teach us bullshit. And then our parents, they teach us bullshit. And then our friends, and then our society, we're all taught these things that are not even, they're not us, because you have to know who you are. And like, when I say know who you are, not, hi, I'm Jessica, I'm a nurse, or hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm a teacher. That's not who you are. That's what you do here on this 3D dimension. So I want you all to understand that in order to figure out who you are, you have to erase everything that you know you are already, okay? So like, I had a very, very awakening last night where I had dreams where I was like in a type of jail, and they were like trying to tell me, like, release yourself from what you know and what you think is real, because it's just not real. So I don't know how else to explain it to you. So like, I could go into a million things, but I'm going to speak about 10 tips for spiritual growth. Okay. Now, and this is something, like, see, every time I went through something, I would find something on that topic. So I'd go through something, and then boom, I'd research it, and I'd see this. So right now, because I'm fully through the growth part, and I'm at that point where I'm like ready to open other people's eyes, and I just want you guys to hear this out. So anybody who's going to be watching this is 10 tips for spiritual growth. This is the Angel Squad. My name is Flo. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Share it with your friends, help people get woke without having to go out there and like pay for yoga schools and all that. This is the way we're going to do it. We're going to help each other, enlighten one another. Okay. So we're connected to everything. All is everything. We are everything. Okay. We are not separate from one another. I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. We are all one. Okay. All right. So the 10 tips for spiritual growth is a process of shedding our wrong and unreal concepts, our thoughts, our beliefs, and ideas, and becoming more conscious and aware of our inner being. This process uncovers the inner spirit that is always present, but hidden beyond the ego personality. Spiritual growth is the process of an inner awakening. Inner, the word inner. Rising of the consciousness beyond the ordinary existence and awakening to some universal truths. Things that you're told are not true. Things that people try to make you feel are evil. That's bad. You shouldn't do that. These are universal truths that are being hidden from us. So this means going beyond the mind and the ego. The ego is, I am rich. I got money. I'm pretty. I'm That's the ego. The ego speaks about I am, like I am this, I am that, I am the best, I'm better than you. That's the ego, okay? So it means going beyond the mind and the ego and realizing who you really, really are, who you are. Spiritual growth is of great importance for everyone. In all walks of life, spiritual growth is the basis for a better and more harmonious life for everyone. A life free of tension, fear, and anxiety. It helps us learn not to let circumstances and people affect our inner being and state of mind. It helps us manifest composure and detachment. So manifesting composure, relaxing when something gets you mad, knowing to be calm, knowing not to react. For every action, there's a reaction, but you don't have to act on every action, right? And display inner power and strength that all of us hold within us. Every single one of us is powerful. Every single one of us is strong. All we need to do is bring that out of us. This is what an enlightenment is. It's not, oh, I know there's aliens. Oh, I know the government's fucked up. Enlightenment is knowing that your inner power and strength are within you. And this is useful and important tools that everyone needs. Spiritual growth is important because it brings everyone together. See, it's like I said, with religion, religion brings everyone together, but it brings every group of that religion together. It doesn't bring everyone together because it separates us. It makes us fight. There's religious wars. Oh, Muslims are better than Jews. Catholics are better than Christians. It's ridiculous, actually. If you really think about it, it's actually ridiculous. Spiritualism, what it does, the reason why they want us to believe it's evil and all this stuff is because it brings everyone together. If everyone is together, what do you think that happens for the powerful people in the world? It takes their power away. So if we're against each other, these people have the power. If we're together, they know that we are one, we think like one, we agree with each other. Therefore, they don't have power against us anymore. Okay? So that's why that's very important. All right. So the 10 tips that I wrote down. So for me, reading, I love reading. Some people don't like to read. That's why we have YouTube. That's why we have the internet. Instead of sitting around, and I'm talking to anyone who's going to watch this video, instead of sitting around and, watching TikTok videos all day long or watching Instagram stories all day long or any of that, take an hour a day. If you don't read, I read. I love reading. I have several books on raising your consciousness, blah, 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 things that interest me, right? Reading spiritual and uplifting books or watching spiritual and uplifting stories on YouTube. You can Google anything you want on YouTube and be like, I want to see how do I meditate myself into a higher consciousness? Any of it is there. The information is available. That's why the internet is so important. They haven't taken it away from us yet. So take advantage of it in the correct way, right? Think about what you read and find out how you can use the information in your life. So if you read something and you do something, don't just read it and put it aside. Read it and figure out how you can use it for your everyday life. Number 2, meditate for at least 15 minutes a day. This is so important. Missing meditation. When I don't meditate for a day, I have a horrible day. And that's not because I'm addicted to meditating, I'm relying on it. It's because I haven't connected that day. And so my spirit is disconnected. Therefore, I do things that disconnect me from spirit. And I start to get into this 3D world where it's like, oh, this and that never goes right for me. And blah, blah, blah. And I start to think these things. Meanwhile, when I meditate, I spiritually ground myself. And I'm not only in this world, but I'm now in tune with the other world. And I know that these thoughts that I'm having are just thoughts and they're going to go away. If you do not know how to meditate, it's easy to look up things, websites, YouTube, everything. I put things out, teachers who can teach you how to meditate. That's why I'm here. That's why I say, if you want to meditate, just hit me up, anybody. We will meditate together. Group meditation is so much more powerful. Number 3, learn to make your mind quiet through concentration exercises and meditation. Again, it all leads back to meditation, okay? Every powerful person that's rich and powerful that does good deeds for the world, if you ever see them, they're always like, hello, hello. Like they always do this, like they meditate, they have a place they can go to and retreat for a couple of days. You know, they use their money for their own spiritual enlightenment, their own spiritual growth. Because when you enlighten and you spiritually grow, now you can help the world achieve and attain that level of love, like that we all should be looking for with one another, because a lot
Oh,
of us.
sorry. Vanessa's joining now.
Okay. Hi, Vanessa. Is she in there?
It's connecting, yeah. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa. What's up, girl? Okay, so we're talking about 10 tips for spiritual growth, Vanessa. We're on number 5, but you can always watch this back on YouTube. Okay. Number 4, actually. Okay, so learning to quiet your mind through concentration exercises and meditation. So someone like me can say this, that this is so important, because you all know how I am. You know, I could easily be like, fuck that, and I could turn into the ratchet flow, and it's very easy for me to turn into that if I do not constantly meditate and constantly. So when I say put in the work, I am not just putting in the work. Every morning I wake up and I think, what am I going to do today to help someone else, right? That's a fact. I think, what am I going to do today to help spiritually advance myself? How am I going to connect to spirit? How am I going to connect to the universe? How will I receive messages now? What is the next step? And I'm always trying to find out. The truth. I find out. I'll find out how, like, I'll dream. I'll ask them, come in my dreams, or talk to me through this, or give me the thoughts. I'm always constantly connecting myself to the universe, no matter what. I could be taking a shower, and I'm like, so what's the next steps? What are you guys want me to do next? Can you guys show me what you want me to do next? What am I talking about? Like today, I asked in my prayer, my meditation, my bath that I took, my cleansing bath, where I scrubbed myself like and sat in it and baptized myself over and over again and got out of it and felt like a brand new person. Because what we hold on to, it is not just in our minds, it is physically pain. It's pain in the physical body. And see, if we don't connect our minds and our spirit and our physical body to one another, we will, no matter what, if we cleanse our body, our mind is still dirty. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? If we cleanse our body and our mind, our spirit has to be connected with that cleansing. Because you need to understand, this isn't the only world, people. If you think that we're just regular ass people walking around fucking living normal ass lives, and yeah, it is like that for a lot of people, because they're asleep, they're still sleeping, they're knocked out, literally knocked out. They're like walking down the street and they think this is all there is. Little do they know, when they fucking leave this place, it's gonna be like a mind trip. See, for those people who are woke in this lifetime, what's going to happen is when you leave here and you're in another place, another dimension, it won't be such a shock to your body. So you won't have to sit back and learn all these fucking lessons again, when you're supposed to be doing that right now, so that when you leave here, you can ascend as a fucking spirit. The human body is to be used to advance yourself, inner growth, self-healing, expression, creativity. Why is it that when we go to work and we work 9 to 5 jobs, right? Why is it that when we go there, we leave feeling so empty, so dead inside? It's like nothing. We did nothing all day. What good did we do for the world that we fucking made a fucking point XL for a fucking company? What good did I just do for the world? None. And this is the way that, I'm not going to get into the government. This is the way that we are all being blocked here. Because nobody has the time to be themselves. Nobody has the time to be creative. Nobody has the time to relax and to actually enjoy nature. Nobody. That's why so many fucking indigenous people who live in the jungle, why are they always happy? Why do they live longer? Why are they healthier? Let me guess. Because they ain't got to fucking worry about the bullshit that we're worried about all goddamn day, which is some bullshit, by the way. So the reason why so many people are afraid of spiritual enlightenment and spiritual growth is they're afraid my job's going to be taken from me. That's my money. What you don't realize, though, is that when you spiritually grow and you advance yourself and you seek higher things than just this materialistic world that you're living in, when this happens and you start to find yourself, the universe always provides you. Always. Because I will go 2 days where I'm just like, I need a break. And all of a sudden, a client books me. This happens, that. And it's because I'm working on myself. So Spirit's like, you're going to work on yourself? Listen, I'm not saying it happens overnight. It took me at least 8 months to get to a place where I'm comfortable. I feel okay. I'm not rich. I'm not. But I'm planning on being, because when I'm wealthy, I'm praying that I can help as many people as I can. That is my goal. Everybody has their own dreams, right? Live your dreams. Wanting to become who you want to become, this is not a bad thing. Whoever said that really just listen, whoever said, why do you think real artists and these rappers that are all truth, they speak the truth in their songs, why don't they ever make it in the industry? Do you wonder that ever? Because there's no way they want a conscious rapper to be that popular. They didn't want Martin Luther King to be that popular. They didn't want Bob Marley to be that popular, because when they're making conscious music and they're raising our vibrations, it's a problem for whoever they are. Whether they be aliens that came onto Earth and took over this planet millions of years ago and started this whole kings and queens and pharaohs and government. Listen, whatever it is, whether it's that, whether it's just humans who are evil and pieces of shit, whatever it is, the point is, just remember the agenda that they have. You have to separate yourself from that thinking, because when you think the way everyone else thinks, you will never be happy. Never, never. You'll be depressed, you'll be miserable, and you'll sit in your own shit for the rest of your life if you don't start to really be who you want to be and be inner happiness. Seek that inner happiness. Don't seek it from relationships. Don't try to find a guy to make you feel beautiful. Don't try to find friends who make you feel good. Listen, if you can't take this time right now to find out if you really truly love and care for yourself first, any relationship you get in, any friendship you have after this will never be satisfying, fully satisfying. I'm talking about satisfaction guarantee type shit. Because if you don't find who you are and how much you love yourself, it will never, ever take you to that level where you need to be in life. Yo, I will tell you right now, anybody who's going to watch this, stop relying on love to come from this person, that person, from your mom. I know. I tried to have my love filled by my father, who I lost when I was 8. Anyone who's lost their parents, you know how it is. You lose a father, you look for love in a dad and a guy all your whole life. You lose a mother, you look for love in a woman all your life. You don't know why, but it's because we're searching the outer for that love instead of looking for the inner for that love. And I know, because I struggled with this so much. And I would say, why is every fucking relationship, this is happening the same thing over and over and over again? I know why. I figured it out now. Because I know, because once I had someone that I was like, again, that type that we like they come up in your life and you're like, oh my God, he's so cute. I could fix him. I could change him. That almost happened to me like a couple of days ago. And I was like, oh, whoa. That is the person that I was. Today, I'm the person that's, hey, I'm healed, boo. I'm not falling in love with that bullshit no more. Today, I'm like open, so open to the fact that happens, that anyone who comes my way and does some funny shit, like, I'm just going to keep it real, sends a dick pic, talks to me about sex right away. Listen. I can't with you. Like, of course, we all love sex. We're humans. We're fucking reproducers. That's what we do. Just like animals. They can't be in a fucking barn together stuck overnight. They'll all fuck each other to death, right? But what I'm saying to you is that at the end of the day, that's not what it's about. You have to know that everything that you're seeing, okay, so I want everyone to examine this part of themselves. when you go through something, it is very important to revisit that, but don't relive it. So, like, when I look back at what happened, I just look at it because I wanted to teach me a lesson for what's going on today. I never, no more, no longer put myself back in that same place where I feel the pain and I cry over it. If you sit with me right now and ask me, Flo, start crying about something that happened to you before, I can't, because I'm already past all that bullshit. It was before this though, like 6 months ago. Anything I thought of, my dad died, crying. Everything was crying. How are we supposed to connect with the world if they're like looking at us? Like, I can't do that because I'm going to, it's sensitive. I'm going to hurt them. I can't connect. I can't come in their dreams. I can't give them messages. I can't lead them. I can't guide them. Until you fully heal, they cannot do that. It's just lessons on the other side. They're just learning lessons with you. So if they see you heal and you doing what you need to do for yourself, oh, how much you don't know how much you affect the spirit world when you work on yourself. It is a circle, yo, I'm telling you. The conscious mind, so like everybody could think this shit is crazy, but the thoughts that we have, the mind is so powerful that not only do you affect yourself, but you begin to affect the world around you, not just the world you can see, because this unseen world is all the way real. You're talking to somebody who lays in bed, feels people grabbing her hand. There's nobody in my room, feels people grabbing my hand. They come up in my dreams. They tell me shit that's about to happen the next day. I'm not special. There's nothing special about me. The reason why they do that is because I continuously give them the okay to do that. There's nothing special about me. I'm giving them the permission to do that every day. I'm like, I'm okay. Come in my dreams. Tell me this. You can do that. You can do that. That's what I want all of you guys to start doing for yourselves. Why? Because this will lead you through life. You're not going to find out the future. You're not going to know, but you will find out things like, let's say, if someone is not good for you in your life, spirit, the universe, if you're in tune with them and you date a guy, let's say, or a girl, guys, everybody that's watching, this is very important because we all want to know who's right for us, who's not. We want to know who we could trust, who we can't, right? So it's very important that you in tune yourself with them, because let's say you meet somebody and you're like, I don't know, my intuition is telling me no, but maybe I could be bugging out. What you can do immediately, if you're in touch with spirit every day, they will have your fucking bag so heavy because they don't want you wasting time on that bullshit no more. So they'll start, I'll be like, tell me if this person is good for my life or not. Please show me signs. Tell me messages. What if I watch something, pay attention to the signs. So everybody's like, you're telling me I gotta look for signs all day? No. You're sitting down, you got music playing, and you were playing, let's say, fucking some other shit, and then some song comes on, and you're like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? Listen to the words, because that might just be a message for you. Like before, I was listening to some Celtic woman shit and Christina Aguilera came out. They just don't go together, right? So she's singing, I'm sorry for blaming you for everything that I couldn't do. And I saw that as a song for my dad. My dad was speaking to me through that song. Did I get emotional? No. Did I cry? No. I literally just listen to it. That's right. I literally listen to it and I let it be. You know what? Hey, Dad, what's up? I'm good. If it's you who's afraid to talk to me, stop being afraid to talk to me. You also got to understand, you're right. So this is important for you too, right? Because our fathers might feel, so everyone out there who's ever lost a parent on a bad kind of note, right? They might feel like we're mad at them. They might feel like we're hurt because of them. But what I want your dad, my dad, or everyone's father or mother who passed away in a bad way, or anybody who ever died of an overdose or died in a way where they're like, oh, I knew that was going to happen to them, or they got shot, and like it's like they're nothing. There are something. Everyone deserves respect no matter how they passed away, because you don't know their karmic life. You don't know their debts. You don't know anything. So what I want everyone to understand is that until you could sit down and talk to your loved ones, the ones that passed away, this is so important to be like, listen, I'm not mad at you. I forgive you, and I just want you to forgive me, and I'm sorry if my actions have made you believe that I've done all this because you hurt me or you left me as a young child. This is so important, you guys. Your family that's there that passed away. There's so many people that are angelically guiding us right now. Don't let them waste that time, their energy. They're trying so hard to wake us up to this new life, like this new world. It's like, when is it gonna be enough? When is it gonna be enough? When is all of the pain that we're carrying gonna be enough to where we're just like, I don't want you no more. I'm done. Leave me the fuck alone. It's time for everyone to 110% gotta try to let go of the pain. It's like we're carrying pain that makes no sense, because really the past doesn't even exist, yo. Time is fluent. There's like materialistic things are not important. We are so consumed in the things that we were taught growing up that we are unable to see all of the beautiful things that are in front of us. There's so much beauty in front of us, you guys. So much. So, number 5, okay? So we got acknowledge the fact that you are a spirit with a physical body. I always say we tend to think that we are a body in a spirit, when really we are a spirit in a body, which is why it's so hard for so many of us to get used to this. Imagine a spirit being shoved into your body and now they're like, here, go live. Your spirit is used to being free, formless, can be in multiple places at one time, doesn't feel weight, doesn't feel looks, and this. They don't see that. They're like free. It's a spirit, it's free. You ever heard free spirit? Then you get put into this body, and this is why we're like, it takes us so long to finally say, oh, duh. It's because we're a spirit shoved into a body. It's not easy to get used to that. From going from being a free spirit running around, going wherever you want, seeing things and being able to go into different times and dimensions, to being this fucking body where we have to walk to get to a destination. Our weight feels funny. Our hair feels bad when it's fixed some way. We see a pimple, we freak out. It's spirit doesn't give a fuck about none of that. None. They don't see hair, clothes. They just see a mind. So where your mind is, that's what you are in the spirit world. So if you're in your mind, this goddess love, like that's who you are in the spirit world. If you're just like, I'm this ugly, miserable, fat, disgusting person, that's who you are in the spirit world. So that's why I tell you, your thoughts are so important. Keeping your mind clear is so important. You're talking to someone right here like that. If I don't do that, it's over. Like my whole development, what I'm working on, it just goes back 10 times. 100 times, and it's so painful to go through that. So I have to constantly work on myself, and I have to constantly work on others, because I know that through working through others, I'm working on myself. Okay, all right. So acknowledge the fact that you are a spirit with a physical body. Acknowledge the fact that you are a spirit with a physical body, not a physical body with a spirit. If you can really accept this idea, it will change your attitude towards many things in life. If you can really accept the idea that you are a spirit in a body. Number 5, look often into yourself and into your mind, and try to find out what it is that makes you feel conscious and alive. I think I just said all this. Number 6, think positive. If you find yourself thinking negatively, immediately switch to thinking positively. I had this conversation on FaceTime with the girls last night. You find yourself thinking negatively, immediately switch to thinking positively. Like I'll say, damn, oh my God, I feel so fat, but I'm losing a lot of weight. That's what I do. So like if I have a negative thought, I'll add a positive one to the end. So I'll be like, I don't feel so pretty today, but damn, my hair is getting a little bit better. I add always a positive thought to it, because once you have that negative thought, you're like, oh shit, I just thought negative, and you'll think it's bad. But no, it's just add a positivity to it. Like, damn man, I don't even know how to do that, but I can learn. You understand what I'm saying? Like always add something positive to the end of your sentence. This is like very important, that positive. You're always going to have negative thoughts, right? They're going to come in. I know we all do, but that's when you gotta fight against that. And that's why I say be in control of what enters your mind. Open the door for the positive and close it for the negative. Once you get to a place, so like I have little baby negative thoughts, but once you get to a place where you're like, you're able to control those negative thoughts, man, that shit is powerful. Like I'll be doing shit and I'll notice the negative thought tries to come in. Oh yeah, remember when you just, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like you almost had me for a second, you know? And then, it's like a game. It's like inner game with your mind that you have to gain control of. If you do not control it, you'll find yourself, I'm gonna smoke a little weed to feel better. I'm gonna have a couple of drinks to feel better. You know what? I'm gonna be ratchet and petty today. I'm gonna talk mad shit about everybody. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to enjoy yourself. But when we don't do that spiritual growth shit, we get, like I said, back to the 3D world, and we start getting involved in all the drama, and we start thinking it's okay to talk shit about people and talking about how Mary has that shirt on, how her husband cheated on her, and what? My brain can't even process that right now. I can't. Like somebody sits there and talks to me about what somebody's doing, the drama, the all this stuff. I can't deal with it. I just can't. My brain right now can't do it because it's useless to me. Develop the habit by always looking at the bright side of life and endeavoring to be happy. Happiness comes from within. Do not let your outer circumstances decide your happiness for you. So real quick, and I'll get to the other ones. When homeless people, I say there's homeless people out there, you always notice they're smiling, laughing, and I used to think, how the fuck are they smiling? These motherfuckers is living on the street. You know why? Because they don't see themselves as living on the street. They see themselves as being free, being able to do what they want. They got no children to take care of. No, they don't let all that shit bother them. They don't care. You know what? And that's fucked up. But at the end of the day, it works for them. It keeps them out of that I'm homeless mentality. That's why your circumstances cannot control what you're feeling deep down inside. Okay? Okay, exercise your willpower and decision-making ability. This strengthens you and gives you control over your mind. Exercise your willpower, your will, okay? Free will. The free will is that it is there, and if you don't choose to exercise it, so you exercise the mind like you exercise the body to strengthen yourself. Thank the universe for everything that you get, even if it's bad. I know that sounds funny, right? Like, you want me to thank the universe for giving me something bad? Yeah, because they just taught you a lesson. You're welcome. They're trying to advance you. So people see learning lessons and bad things happening to them as, oh my God, this is so bad, right? Like it's happening to me. But what you don't understand is that it's actually the universe trying to advance you and ascend you in a way. So take that lesson, take the L and move forward. Use it as your strength, not as your weakness, right? Okay, develop tolerance, patience, tact, and consideration for others. And I practice this a lot because I have to develop tolerance and patience for my mother, my sister, my daughter, because everybody drives me crazy. But at the end of the day, I'll sit down and be like, it's okay, and I don't let it get to me. Spiritual growth is the birthright of everyone. It is the key to a life of happiness and a peace of mind, and the manifesting of enormous powers that's within you and your inner spirit. This spirit is equally present within the most material person and with the most spiritual person. The level of manifestation of spirituality is dependent on how much the inner spirit is close to the surface and how much it is hidden by your thoughts, beliefs, and negative habits. Okay, so meaning no matter how deep in the materialistic game somebody is, there's always a chance. So like people call it repentance, but there's always a chance to find your inner spirit. There's always a chance to find that inner spiritual person within you. And you're never, ever lost. It's always an opportunity to find yourself. Always, always. Okay. All right. So those are the tips that I have for everyone. But I want everybody to chime in and speak freely about what they want. And I just wanted it to be something that everybody can go by guidelines, okay? So
Okay, can
today's lesson,
Go ahead.
Okay, so recently I've been trying to like be more positive and like talk to my friends and family about like being more positive and stuff like that. And I'm always telling them like, you know, being positive doesn't mean being happy all the time. Like you don't have to be happy all the time because it's not realistic, you know. But just always that silver lining. And so like my friends are always telling me, they're like, oh, I wish I could be positive like you all the time, and I wish I could yada yada. But I'm like, you can do it, you know. And I was like, I was fighting with my mom all day yesterday, and she was just telling me like, because she was talking about like, because I don't have a job right now and I'm not working right now and stuff like that, and she was just telling me that I'm irresponsible basically, and I'm like,
That what?
no.
That what? Say that again. Say that again. That what?
She said like, I'm telling her that like, I'm not, because I'm not worried about having a job right now. She sees it as me being irresponsible. And I'm just trying to explain to her, like, no, it's not that I'm not worried about not having a job. It's just that I'm not going to let it bother me the way you let it bother you. Right. But she, you know, and she was just, you know, she just thinks I'm just irresponsible and I'm lazy and I don't care. But it's like, I do care, but I'm just not letting it affect me the way it affects you, you know? And so it's just difficult dealing with my family, people like that a lot of the time. So it can be very discouraging because like yesterday I just had to come upstairs, like be by myself for like an hour and just like reset myself.
And that's a very important point you brought up, only because I'm just going to say something and anybody else can say something, because okay, so that's what I go through every day, right? I go through that, like the struggle between how I want to live and how everyone else thinks I should live, right? So in my household, everybody's like, you know, they're very fuck, very yelling, you know, all you hear is yelling and screaming and cursing. It's like, you're not fighting. That's just how they speak. That's how they speak. You know, it's very loud and very, you know, sometimes I'll come to my room, try to meditate, but I can't, so I have to go outside and then they'll be outside. And I'm telling you, when I say I walk away and I still hear the yelling from the other side of the grass and shit, like that. Yeah. But this is where it's very important. That's tip number. One of those tips was to try to get tolerance. And listen, so we got to work with our circumstances. So for now, maybe a lot of us are living with our parents, or, you know, we do this of our situation, we have to, whatever, you know. This is where you work on yourself and then realize if something's not fitting you anymore, just you gotta work on changing that circumstance, you know. Like that's what I want to do. I want to get the fuck away from everybody, right? But I still want to be connected to everyone. So you gotta see what's right for you and what's not. And like, this is where we work on ourselves and gain some tolerance and understand where she's coming from, and tell her like, Mom, I understand where you're coming from. You're absolutely right. I might sound like I'm not worried to you, but actually I don't worry. I just prepare. So there's a difference. Like to change, you know, like try to speak to her in that way. That's what I do with my mom. My mom is very, very like nags all day, right? But like I find words to say to her where I'm like, you know, if you weren't so steadily watching the news all day, maybe you wouldn't be so freaked out and terrified for your life. If you try to watch something more positive, instead of being like, stop watching the fucking news all day, and then maybe you wouldn't be so crazy, right? Because that's what I would say. So finding other words to speak to people, especially when they're old school and they're just hard-headed, and no matter what you say, that they're stuck in their ways. It is, and I'm going to tell you right now, it is not up to you to change other people. It's up to you to change yourself. By changing yourself, people will do this. Either they'll be like, get the fuck away from me, or they will follow in your footsteps. You know, I'm not here on this forcing none of you to do nothing. All I'm doing is showing you what I'm doing and how it's working for me. And if you guys like it, then you'll follow along. If you don't, you don't. I can't force you to be me, to be like me, or to be like, you know. All I can do is be like, let's do this together. And if nobody wants to do it, yo, that's on you, son. Don't get mad at me when I'm fucking floating in the air and you're still in the bottom of the fucking ground trying to dig a hole. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's how it is. And it's like, so you got to find words and ways to speak to them. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Thank you.
Passion too, please.
Okay.
It's so loud in here, right, bro?
Where?
We don't hear nothing.
It was loud just a minute ago, okay? We tried to put the kids in the bed or whatever.
It's not loud. I don't hear nothing, but
It was loud. Microphone.
Oh my gosh, this is a little bit off topic. I went back to the video of the readings you did. I heard they said your name clearly.
Yeah, I remember that.
That freaked me out because I never heard it.
Whose name?
Your name.
I'm sure they did. I told them to do something.
I freaked out. Oh my God, that was so clear though.
They
Flow.
said flow.
Yes,
Yeah,
you gotta
I remember it.
Yeah,
No,
I remember too.
Bro, I left when that happened.
I was so busy in the reading that I wasn't. Wait, whose reading was it?
So it started in my reading when you started reading me, and the spirit, whatever that was, the second voice, it was saying your name clearly. Like that was creepy, and the fact that we got it recorded.
It's not.
Like,
Stop saying. Listen, it's not creepy.
Okay, it's not creepy.
It's amazing. It's fantastic.
It is amazing.
It's absolutely fucking mind blowing and amazing because I told them to do that. I told them to do something. I literally, before I went in, I was like, do something, show these people that you're real. Because a lot of people need to actually hear or see things. See, when you believe, and that is the concept of children believing in Santa Claus. They believe Santa Claus is real. You take that belief away from them, they no longer believe it's real. So when you have in your mindset, see, the way I see fear is like this. You see a ghost, walk right into it, and it will disappear. You run from it and you show it fear, it will manifest itself every time and keep fucking with you. If you walk right into that ghost or whatever you want to call it, that shit will be like, what the fuck? Like, oh shit, it will be like, it's like my chickens. When I go to my chickens, if I turn my back and run from them, they run after me. If I stand there and I'm like, I'm not afraid of you, they'll look at me and they'll be like, never mind, and they'll turn around. It's the same concept. It's like facing your fear. Because you literally manifest your own fear. You do. We all do. So like people say demons, all this shit. Yo, in your mind, all the shit they show us on TV, all that. It's funny because we have this idea of what hell looks like, demons look like. Imagine going to another world and finding out none of them look like that. They're just different from us. They look completely human, but they might have bigger eyes. They might be taller. They might be... they might have 3 fingers because they don't need all 5 because they don't use their hands to do stuff. They use their minds. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to understand, our concept of reality is created within ourselves. And it's so important to know that. Because before, like, let's say, like, even like 3 weeks ago, I used to sit in my room, and if it was dark, I would turn the lights on because I'd be afraid, like something's going to happen. So now, instead of being afraid when it's dark, instead of turning the lights on right away, what I do is I'll sit there, wait to see what happens. I wait for it. I'm like, what's going to happen?
Unmute yourself. Unmute. You're muted.
I'm muted?
Say it again. Say it again.
So if I'm in my room and I it's dark, and like before, today I don't do that, but if it's dark and I get scared, I used to get scared, I would turn the lights on or turn the TV on. Now I just leave them off and I wait to see what's going to happen. And listen, if something appears itself to me, then I'm going to be like, hi, how you doing? What's up? What do you need? Do you need something? Do you need me? Can I do something for you? Do you want me to write some notes down? What is it? Can I record this so people don't think I'm crazy later? What's up? Like, I'm going to talk to it like it's a regular ass person, because guess what? It's scary to even think of a regular person just stepping up in your room and showing up, obviously, right? But when it's something that it manifests itself, this is for a reason. It doesn't happen for no reason. There's something that you're creating within yourself to cause this fear. There's something that, so you need to examine, once again, this is why it's so important to find who you are really. And like I said, not who I am, what I do for a living, how much money do I make, none of that. I'm talking about who you are internally. Examine who you think you were born on this earth to be. Who do you think you really were born here, were put here to be? That is so vital to everyone's health, everyone's happiness. Instead of thinking, I have to be this way because my mom wants me to. I have to be this way because school told me to be like that. I have to be this way.
You know what? I never thought like that. I always was like, I don't care. I never really cared what other people thought.
But that's good. It's good. And it's good not to care. But also, also understanding that people around you are put around you for lessons. So this, I know I always say this and I can't stress it enough, but the lessons that we learn from people are very important for us. So when you see somebody judging you and your family or doing that, instead of being like, well, all they do is judge me and they look at me, you should say, oh, I see why I was put here. It's because they're different from me. I am totally far out compared to my family, my friends. So therefore, does it mean that you don't belong there? No, it means that you need to do something for yourself that makes you happy, and you need to fight against the demons, like they say, those voices of no, you can't, no, you won't. People who make it, people who become stars and rich, they don't listen to the people that tell them they can't do it. And that's why they get to the place that they are. They do not allow people to affect their actions. Do you understand? So like I said, I'll wake up in the morning. If I see a text or something from somebody that I don't like, immediately I correct them and say, I don't like you speaking to me like that. Please stop doing that right now. That's why the boundaries that we spoke about with Misha, you know, when we spoke the boundaries and she said she was writing them down, they're so important. So like Misha and me, we're talking about some stuff, right? I'm not going to say everything, but I will say that she was telling me about somebody else that was going through something, and it affected her. She was crying because her friend lost people and she was feeling their pain. So I told her, when are you going to separate yourself from their pain? That's not your pain. Why are you crying for people that are not, that's not your pain? So like you guys, we all go through some, our friend calls us, she's going through a breakup. What are you going to do? Cry with her too now? You broke up with somebody too? No, she did. What you need to do is be strong for them and be like, yo, listen, I know it's hard, but like if you need to talk, let them talk. But like also don't baby people through shit, because then they will never get through it. So you got to let them know. And if they don't listen, then hey, that's it. It's time to give up that conversation. I'm not going to sit here and drill it in you. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. It's like one time I'm going to tell you, do this, do that. If you don't listen and you listen, if you're talking to people, usually we talk to people for advice, right? But most people they just want to talk. They don't want to hear advice. They don't want to hear what you got to say. Really, in the end of the day, they don't give a fuck what you got to say. They just wanted you to feel bad for them or whatever the case may be, right? So my point to you is, if you see someone and they got problems and this is going on with them, why would you carry their pain? Why? Matter of fact, why are we carrying pain from our family lines, our heritage? My grandmother, she never had a husband, so that my sister never had one, I never had one, and I'll never be this because my family's cursed. You're not your family, you guys. You're not them. They're not you. Like, you're just, that's your bloodline, right? But that's not who you are inside, right? So that's why we have to separate ourselves from these thoughts and these feelings where we think that just because we come from somewhere that's who we are. That's not who we are at all. Right? We're not those people, Misha. So that's not.
Don't look at me like that, Flo.
No, I'm going to say, because I love you and you are working hard. So I don't want you to, this is where we go backwards. When we are finding ourselves doing so well, the devil always comes in. I'm going to use the word devil. The devil always comes in and tests us. When we are at our best, the devil will try to bring us back to our worst. So if you're seeing being positive, doing the right thing and all that, obviously people will come in and be like, oh, yo, you want to chill, you want to do this, and they'll try to bring you back to that person that you know you don't want to be anymore because you're working so hard not to be that person. So carrying their pain, that's why I went in on you on Instagram like that, because your aunt was like, tell this fucking girl right now. It wasn't even me. I'm gonna just tell you, because when I got off Instagram, I was like, damn, should I go back and be like, I apologize? Something told me no. Let her listen to it and hear it. It's like somebody told me, tell her exactly like that. She ain't going to listen no other way. She's not going to listen to, poor baby, I'm sorry about your friend. She's going to listen to, fuck your friends, man. Ain't nobody got time for all that shit. This is your life. You got to.
I did want to say something to you though, Flo. First and foremost, thank you. Because like you said, a lot of people be afraid to say what they're really feeling. Most people would have been like, oh, Misha, it's okay to say third. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. At first, I was like, is she really, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was like, okay, you know, like I felt it. And then like today, for instance, even though it's self-care Sunday or whatever, I've been taking your advice, not just because you asked me to, but for myself.
Right,
today,
exactly.
I did a bubble bath with lavender oil and some what's that shit?
You look fresh. And you look
Thank you, honey. Thank you, honey.
You look fresh right now. Go ahead.
Thank you. And then on top of that, I made my sister, who she wants to meet you, by the way, but she left the meeting because she got her baby right now. I made her relax, and I've been explaining to her like what we've been doing and like what I'm learning from you. And honestly, after I went back and I listened to your message, I was like, okay, I'm gonna hit Flo up. I'm gonna fuck about to get her 5 times to get my point across. Thank you for that, because it helped me with like what you were saying. You know what I'm saying? At first I was offended, but then again I was like, nah, not and so much.
Okay, and that's okay, because I was expecting. I told you when I got off the Instagram, I could not understand why I spoke to you like that. I was like, did I go? But at the end of the day, it's like something. I swear, it was like your aunt was like, nah, tell her exactly like that, because Nisha's the type of person, if you don't tell her like that, she's gonna sit in her sorrows and be like, but I should feel bad for my friends. And
exactly,
Nisha, we spoke about boundaries, and you want to create boundaries. That means with everyone. I don't care how long you've known this person. When it comes to your sanity and your health, whether it's your sister, your mother, your grandmother, if you don't take care of you first, you will drain yourself out. You will be lost in the game, and your ass will be just along with them. Everybody just sitting around crying and feeling sorry for themselves. And guess what? Somebody's got to be the strong one, right? Somebody has to hold the gauntlet. Somebody has to get to the finish line, because if one of us does it, it will cause so many people around us to do it with us, right? And I'm telling you that right now, because I could have gave up so many times. All the drugs I was doing, all the things people I was surrounded, I could have gave up so many times. And instead of that, I said, I'm going to change my life, and I'm going to continue to do it and work on myself.
And I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have a question for you.
Don't be sorry.
Okay, so you had spoke earlier about like when you're in the middle of kind of like transforming to like the person that you once was to the person that you are now, right? Perfect example, and I want your advice on something. This girl, she was doing DoorDash or whatever, and I just finished my shower and everything like that, my bath and my shower, and I went out to grab food for me and my sister, and the girl makes a comment like, oh, I knew that was you. You just look like you hungry. And instead of, bitch, you like you need a perm, going off on her and being petty, I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing. And right then and there,
perfect.
I felt tested. But I didn't let it get to me.
You didn't let it get to you, and you were tested, because there was like when I was doing the DJ Jack interview that you guys all came in and supported heavily, which I'm so grateful for. Every day I'm grateful for that. There was one guy in there, if you noticed later, I was reading the comments, and he kept saying like, oh, but you're a thug. Look at you, you're a thug. You're like a man. And he was saying all these comments, but usually back then I'll be like, motherfucker, I will fuck you up, right? But instead, I read the comment, and instead of that, I noticed all of the positive comments and was like, why would I focus on that comment? So like, that's the same thing with life. So if you, this is what I say, like, I know, listen, this is what I'm trying to say to you. I know it sounds crazy. Bitch, with this thing, positive shit. Doesn't mean you have to be sunshines and rainbows all day, because look, I'm still me. I'm still myself. Losing who you are as a personality, that will help you get through life. That strengthen you, that ghetto, whatever you want to call it, will help you get through the hard times in life, right? So you don't have to lose that strength, right? But use it as a strength and not as an attack. Like, I'm going to attack you. It's more like the strength in me tells me that you are very hurt. There's something in your life that's not right at all. So I'll pray for you. I pray for you. I literally will put my hand on people and be like, please, God, I hope this person gets whatever happiness they want in life, because they must really hate themselves. Because that's all it is. They have hate for themselves, right? That's why I always say it's so important to be healed, because even in relationships, friendships and stuff, you find the beauty in yourself. Nobody else has to show it to you, right?
Right.
I was taking a bath, right? Like, and I know I'm completed a cycle. It took me like a week to get over these past hurdles. I had a couple of more things I was just holding on to that I'm like, all right, get out of here. But like today I took a bath. I looked at my body in the mirror. Before, like a week ago, I was like, right? Look at it. I literally looked in the mirror and I was like, beautiful. Look at me. Like, okay, so what? Yeah,
bad bitch.
Please tell me. Yeah. This, that, but I found the beauty in it. So like, yeah, my stomach's chubby, but damn, holding on to it feels so good, right? It's like so soft and nice, right? So like my arms are a little chubby, but you know what? I'm strong. If somebody hit me, I wouldn't fall down. If I got God forbid, some kind of accident, I'd be able to survive it because I got a little extra meat on me, right? So like these are the things that I look at the positive sides of things. And that's so very important. I want you guys to understand anytime you feel negative or you feel like this shit ain't right, man, it's not gonna always be perfect. It's not. But you can make it perfect in your head. You can. So like everything that's going on, if you just like get yourself out of that, I swear to you, your days will get better. Like oh, I can't even explain it to you. Like it's like when you get to this point of being healed, like you will find all of you everybody in your got a type. We all got a type. So what happens is when you're healing and then out of nowhere God brings in this person that's your type and you're like, ooh, and they start talking to them. But then they do something where it's like, wait, but you don't like me or like something like that. If you're not healed, what you will do is like, oh, why don't you like me? Or like in your head, you'll be like, why don't they like me? Why don't they like me? I said, all right, you know what? I'm not your type. You want to stay single. You don't want to take this seriously. Guess what? I can't be friends with you. I'm attracted. Right. I told the person straight out, I'm attracted to you. I see more than just a friendship. If that's not what you want, then just move out of my way because I got other shit to do. I might be missing my soulmate talking to your ass, so I gotta go. I don't got time for your shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what a healed person does. They don't attach themselves to things easily.
Chilling.
They just live their life.
Yeah, because when I was telling my sister about what had happened or whatever, my sister was like, well, did you laugh it off or did you tell the bitch like you look like you need a perm? I'm like, you know what? I don't know if it's the menopause pills, bitch. I don't know if it's this lavender, but something saved me from cussing you the fuck out, like for real. Because Lord knows I want to.
And that little test should have been a way for you to say, if I was able to do that.
This shit with no effort. I could do this shit with no effort.
Sorry. I said if that I don't know what that was, but if that's you staying right there, you should have seen yourself as like a person who's that much stronger today. Because the old you would have been like, see, that's why I'll find myself like I'll love myself in other days, different days. I just had like a vision of like the rainbow go right over my face when I close my eyes. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I'll see vision, and the rainbow went right over my face because there'll be something that'll happen, and I'll be like, yo. Damn, I really changed, yo. The old me would have done that. And I'm not the old me. And the old me is not me. I'm no longer that person. I can't. Listen, I'm going to always be Flo. And that's what makes me special. And what makes you special. If you change everything you are, then you lose your identity. Now you're becoming this fake, like all these spiritual people, like they act like they never get mad. Meanwhile, they go home and they're kicking shit. And they're fucking, mad all day. That's what I do. I show myself both sides of me. So at the end of the day, I always can examine them. Don't think you're gonna be perfect. Nobody's perfect. If we were perfect, we wouldn't have no problem.
Man, it was so interesting though because like for the last couple of days, I've been kind of like stepping out of my box a little bit, and I've been trying to like show other people. I've been walking around this bitch. Flo, when I tell you normally I would care about my hair being all perfect, I don't give a fuck. I was walking on like Beetlejuice one day, did I give a damn? Still thought I was that bitch.
You see, that's why I love you for saying that because like right now because I took my bath, I feel good. I waxed my eyebrows.
You look so pretty.
I wax my chin, like I have my chin hair over here, I feel clean, and I feel good. So like, I spruced it up, but like it wasn't see, it's different. Before I would have done it for the camera so everyone could see me that way. I did it for myself so I could walk around today feeling clean and good and beautiful. Yeah, like skin feeling glowing and healthy. Thank you guys. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is to let you know that at the end of the day, when we learn to love ourselves, we accept ourselves the way we are. Because at the end of the day, when you're with somebody in a relationship, let's say, they're gonna see your real side anyway. So why hide it in the beginning?
I don't give a damn. I will walk around with a robe, hair look like the electric shock. I don't give a damn.
That's good, electric shock. That's good. I don't know if you guys saw that Instagram. I was on Instagram today and I accidentally saw this video. It was the black guy and the girl. She was cooking breakfast. And she's like, babe, you hungry? Right? And he's walking in. He's like, yeah, oh, my baby cooking. I'm so glad we moved in together. She turns around and that noise of don't, right, comes on. And he's like, yo, what the fuck? Who you? He calls the cops. He's like, police. It's like a cartoon though. They made it. It's fucking hilarious. He's like, police. Yeah, there's a nigga. This nigga. This dude came all up in my house. I need you to come get him out. She's like, babe, it's me. He's running around the house looking for her. He's like, what happened? And she's like, it's me. I just took my makeup off. Like, I'm just, I'm comfortable. And his friend comes over and his friend's like, what the fuck? Like, but she's like a whole different person. And that's okay. That's okay to be like, but like to pretend you're always perfect. Like, it is hard work to do that. It's tiring. I don't even have the energy for that. I want to save my energy for more important things in life, not how I'm going to do my hair and makeup today. Who's going to think I'm pretty? Who's not going to think I'm pretty? If they don't think I'm pretty at my worst, they're not going to think I'm pretty at my best. So it is what it is. I really give a fuck less,
I done scared myself in the mirror a couple of times walking by, hair all like this, lips all dry and chapped. Like,
several times that I've done that too. Same. I've done that a couple of times where I'm like, the fuck? Like,
my mom
bitch, get it together. You look crazy right Before, I was like, my eyebrows were like, I had mustache hair all over my chin hair. I was like, I'm a man. I'm a real life man. Like, I'm a whole dude right now. This is
real nigga shit.
Yo, on some G shit. But like, what's funny is like, I don't know if anybody's ever looked at the birth charts. Has anybody ever looked at the birth charts? I have 7 masculines in it and like 2 feminines. So I know that I was a man in my previous life because I'm not comfortable with being a woman. It's never been comfortable for me. I'm like, this fucking hair, this fucking vagina, this fucking, this fucking, like when I get my period, you might think that I'm a whole alien inside of my body. And I'm just like, I was pregnant with my daughter. So let's say for those parents, people out there who are pregnant and they're going to see this, I felt the same way. When my daughter was in my stomach, not once was I like, this is so beautiful. The whole time, like, if somebody don't get this fucking alien out of me right now, this is not.
Oh my God.
What the fuck is this shit? I'm like, this bitch is like, oh my God, she's kicking. I didn't think, everybody's like, oh my God, she's kicking. I'm like, oh God, it's kicking. Oh my God. A whole nother demon inside me.
I'm not about to play with you, Flo.
That's how, like, yo,
What
and then when I
happened?
had my daughter, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna be keeping 100. When I had my daughter, she came out with red hair. Tell me why. I started crying. I was like, why does she have red hair? Everybody thought I was crying because I was happy I had a baby. I'm looking at my child that came out of me. Well, I had a C-section, so it's probably different. I'm looking at her that came out of me when she came out of me. For real, I looked at her like, what the fuck is that? What is that? Did I make that? That's weird. She's got red hair. Why does she look like that? But it took me like 2 weeks to really be like, aw, really? In the beginning, I was like, no, what is this thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, and look, I'm saying that because everybody's not perfect, right? But I'm telling you, that's why I know I had to be a man in my past life. But when I do girl shit, women shit, I'm like, this is uncomfortable. I don't
You
like
always
this.
put your hair in a damn ponytail. You always have it in a ponytail.
I
Why
can't.
is that?
Right now. All I'm thinking while I'm talking is like, I want to pick my hair up so bad.
You look hella pretty.
Yeah, but
I
you
know,
don't
right?
understand. It feels uncomfortable. If I wear fake eyelashes, I feel like there's midgets hanging from my face, and they won't let me go.
OMG.
It's annoying. It is so annoying. My boobs bother me not because of the way they look, but because they're boobs. And I'm just like, why do I have these? What are they there for? Why? What are they doing? What? I didn't breastfeed, so I'm just like not understanding. Why are you here? Get away from me! Like you're annoying, So like that's where like I have to understand. I know I was a dude in my past life for sure, because everything that I do that's girly or womanly, I love to clean, I love to cook, but I don't feel like that's a woman's job. I feel like that's whatever. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just weird. So like I want everybody to look at their birth charts because notice you have masculine tendencies, like you kind of aggressive or something. That's because your chart is like, it also shows you your past lives when you look at your birth chart. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I have a question for the ladies in here. Okay, so if I'm not getting too personal for the ladies, my question for the ladies is like, how many of y'all in here still experience like having a menstrual cycle, and how many don't?
I do.
Still have mine.
I think we're all pretty young.
The reason why I asked that is because, okay, so as you guys know, when I was going through chemo and everything like that, I had to get a hysterectomy as well to prevent ovarian cancer. But here's the thing, I don't bleed anymore because I don't have uterus, tubes, or ovaries anymore. but I still get kind of like certain symptoms of like the hormones, stuff like that. And one time I even started bleeding, but it was like just a little bit of blood. So I'm trying to figure out, is that normal? Is that supposed to happen even though all that's wrong?
I think it's normal.
That's normal.
Yeah, I think it's normal.
Yeah, I think that's really normal.
It's very normal. It's your body's still trying to figure out what it's doing. So it's like probably just processing everything.
But there's no uterus though, Flo.
It's okay. It's if
Your hormones.
That's
you,
Yeah, hormones.
are you in pain? Does it bother you? Is it like painful or anything?
Every so often I get like stomach cramps, and I'll kind of like feel like I'm about to have a period, and then I'll be around here throwing shit and acting a fool because I feel like I'm
you don't
bleeding.
have a uterus and all that stuff. Remember, your body still knows it's a woman, so it's still doing things that women bodies do. So I would suggest like if it's painful and there's something wrong with it, you feel it's wrong, go to a doctor. But I don't think you need a doctor. I think it's just your mind still expecting to get periods and doing all that. Remember, our body does what our mind tells it to. So if you start thinking I'm getting my period, your body might just go along with that. Okay.
I got something to share.
Yeah.
I was just wondering because, like, the first time it happened, it was just like a little spot of blood, and I started freaking out, like, oh my god, like, am I having a period? But they said as long as it doesn't turn like a dark red or something like that, it's nothing to worry about. But I just find that weird. There's nothing there, and there's like nothing to hold it. So what the fuck? Where am I bleeding from? My ass? Like I don't get it. So y'all laughing? I'm serious.
You're good. It's just probably just something's clearing out. You'll be all right. That's fine.
Okay.
Just don't overthink it. Who said they have something to share?
Vanessa wanted to share something.
So last night I had a dream, a very weird, like crazy dream, and I was talking to my cousin who does. She kind of does. She's like a medium, but I don't like go to her because too close, stuff like that. But anyway, it was just chit chatting, and I told her, and she's like, "I think that I finally came to that point where."
Oh, hold on.
Wait.
Sorry,
Say
Vanessa.
Say that again.
I said, I think I finally got to the point where my karmic debt is settled with my ex.
Oh, really? What makes you say that? What makes you say that?
That's nice.
Say that. Wait, what makes you say that?
Okay.
What makes you say that?
Okay, so in this dream, sorry, I'm playing with the. A few days earlier, I started practicing not only forgiving him in meditation and myself, but thanking him for the lessons that he taught me.
Okay.
Days earlier, and I kind of felt like way better, and like kind of, I don't know, I watched this thing about Tony Robbins for some reason, and something just clicked.
He's a good one. He's good.
Something just clicked in my head, and I was like, all right, I'm going to try this, in addition. So I started doing that, and then I had this crazy, weird freaking dream with a giant snake in it and water. It was like a freaking, it was in the middle of a city too, washed out the city, but we were it was insane. We were platonically, like nicely getting along, and we went to go take like documents down, separate documents.
Mm-hmm.
We're both getting along. We're like, all right, I have to go there, you have to go there, okay, let's go together. Down to some courthouse to get, I don't know what they were, but
so just so you know, do you know what a snake represents, right?
I think she had said, I mean, personally,
Healing.
I don't, but
It's healing, because look, if you ever notice what's on the EMT things, there's always that snake.
Yeah.
Right? It's the snake represents healing. Okay, so it's the snake symbolizes both negative and toxic thoughts, fears and worries, running away from something and running away from your unconscious, and positive transformation, regeneration, growth, or rebirth.
That was a giant fucking snake.
So you did a giant rebirth and a regrowth, which is amazing, because that was one of the things I told you. It kept coming up in your readings. You gotta let that go. I know it's hard, but if you feel like you had the dream, you feeling like that, that's a good. Do you remember the color of the snake at all?
It just looked like this giant like anaconda. It was green and yellow, like
green is the color of healing, just so you know. Okay, anybody who ever wants to know what the color of healing is, it's green. Okay, so different things like that. I always say, remember colors in your dream, remember animals, remember words, right? So it's like very beautiful. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. That's amazing.
I'm thinking I got what I was supposed to get from this, and hopefully it's just not done, because obviously it's, you know, it's a continual learning, because
Yeah,
not going
but
anywhere.
it's done as far as that part of it. Like, so you did some part of the shadow work of that part of yourself. So everybody's got something that they deal with. Let's say if it's like childhood trauma, let's say Misha with the cancer, or Yari with her dad, me with my dad, or anybody, or Sadie with a relationship, or whatever it might be. I feel everybody heals from parts. It's like an onion, like the layers of the onion, you're peeling them off. So you'll know when you're completely, you got it. Because like when you have thoughts of this person or this place or this thing, it shifts. Like, so I used to have thoughts of my ex, like, this motherfucker is doing this and he's doing that, and now I'm like, I hope he's okay. I hope he's happy. You know, I hope he's all right. I hope life is treating him good, and everybody, and you know, he's getting what he wants out of life. I hope he's learning lessons. And it's like a different type of thought process for people. Even somebody that I know didn't like me, or I didn't like them. It's like a different feeling, a different thought process. So if you guys ever get a chance, go on, look up the spiritual meaning of colors. The color blue always represents tranquility, love, loyalty, security, trust, and intelligence. Coldness, fear, and masculinity. That's the negative side of it. The positive side is tranquility and love. Red, the positive side is energy, love, power, strength, passion, and heat. The negative side, anger, danger, warning. The color brown, friendly, earth, outdoors, longevity, conservative. Negative is dogmatic, conservative. So that could be somebody who's being too conservative. If you see the color green, positive is money, growth, fertility, freshness, and healing. Negative is envy, jealousy, and guilt. Pink, healthy, happy, feminine. Negative, weak, femininity, immaturity. Tan, beige, dependable, flexible, crisp, conservative. Negative, dull, boring, conservative. Purple, positive. I'm saying this so everybody watches it later can have this information. Purple, plus, royalty, nobility, spirituality, luxury, ambition. Negative is mystery, moodiness. Yellow, positive is bright energy, sun, creativity, intellect, happiness. Negative is irresponsible and unstable. Gray, security, reliability, intelligence, and solid. Negative is gloomy, sad, conservative. Turquoise, plus. And if you can see the word conservatives under the negatives, okay? So if we're conservative, like, it's not good, because that means you're just like, you conserve. You're like trying so hard to like fit into a category, and that's not good for you. Turquoise, my favorite color. Plus is spiritual, healing, protection, sophisticated. That's literally my favorite color in the world. Okay, negative is envy and femininity. Orange, plus is courage, confidence, friendliness, success. Negative, ignorance and sluggishness. Black, positive, protection, dramatic, classy, formality. Negative is death, evil, and mystery. Silver is glamorous, high tech, and gold is wealth, prosperity, and virtue, valuable, traditional. White is goodness, innocence, purity, fresh, easy, and clean. Okay, so those are important, because if you have a dream per se, right? And you're like, yeah, but I had the dream of the color blue, so it must be about healing. How did you have that color blue? So when you have dreams about water, this is important. When you have dreams about water, if the water is clean, clear, crystal blue, that is a good omen. If you have a dream about water and that water is dirty, it's telling you that something is unclean and needs to be cleaned up. Like, you know, the pool guy, he cleans the pool, right? So they're telling you in the dream that that water is dirty because your emotions are not stable. They're not in control. They're in a bad place, negative place. You have dreams of like tornadoes, things like that. Anything that has to do with nature and it scares you, these are your emotions. They all represent earth, wind, fire, and water, right? So you see fire in a dream. You think everything is going to burn up and it's going to be bad, bad, bad. You see water in a dream. If it's calm and peaceful water, that's how you're feeling in real life. So if your dreams are showing you these things, they're trying to show you this is what you need to work on. This is what you have to work on. The water, your emotions are out of control, right? So you see, like, let's say you see an ex in your dream and they're like this whole scene played out with them. You have to examine, what were you doing? Where were you? You know, if you could remember what you're wearing, what were you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, just all these crazy things. So everybody knows Bia, right? Everybody knows Bia and the story of her. She was in here, Bia, right? Sadie, you know, Bia, my cousin. So she was in here, right? And she talks about how her brother, when he was younger, he got in a car accident. He was a vegetable for 5 years, and then he passed away. He was young. He was like, I think 18 when this happened, or 19. We were young. It was a long time ago. So the point is, I had a dream about her last night, right? And Linda too. I had a dream about Bia, though. We were in a mall, and you guys were all in it. Everybody was walking around the mall. We were all shopping, having a good time. It was a good moment, right? So I seen Bia in particular, though, because it was the team. Everybody was, I literally saw all of you. It was like we were all in a different store buying different things. So it was like we're kind of like on different time zones, but in the same place. Get it? We were all different stores shopping, getting what we want out of the stores, right? But we were all in different stores, so we're all in the same kind of place, like in one mall, but we're kind of like in different thought planes, right? Different thinking fields. But Bia was in the store, and I had these gold boots. They were made of pure 18 karat gold. They were beautiful, like the you know, the boots that go up to here. They were all fucking gold, right? So she comes in the store, and I go to the lady in the store. I'm like, I'll give you these boots, just give her whatever she wants. So I traded a pair of gold boots, the wealth, the prosperity of it all, for her to have on this like beautiful black dress. And she had these black diamond shoes on. They had real diamonds on it. And I was like, damn. And you know what I said to her clearly? Her brother's name is Hassan. I said, wow, Bia, Hassan really hooked you up this time. So he passed away. So now imagine I changed the boots up, blah, blah, blah. But really me and Bia haven't spoken in too long, but all of a sudden we connected and she came into these rooms and is getting healing off it. So I see this as a positive omen that we are all collectively in the same place mentally. And with her, it's more like, with her.
Yeah. Real quick, Bia just posted a photo of her son. And look at the photo with the soap.
Stop. Bia, Sadie. Oh my God, Sadie, listen. The lady that I tell you about, Alchemy and You, she just did a Virgo, she just did the Aquarius reading. Bia's sign is Aquarius. This bitch said, I'm tasting soap. She kept talking about soap and water and a bath of soap. I'm not kidding. I'm going to let you watch that shit. She says it straight up. I'm going to send that to Bia, that reading then. Because this is crazy. And she keeps talking. Listen, if you guys watch this Aquarius reading, she channels messages, right? She hears messages. She's talking about us. She's like, this community that you have going on, I'm tasting soap. And it's like a healing thing. Somebody's a healer. Somebody's the teacher. But then other people are teachers too. It's like complicated. It's a lot of people. She talks about, she don't know I'm watching this. She don't know me.
What's her name?
It's called Alchemy in You. It's the Aquarius reading. If you guys could watch it, because you know what it is. So now I'm feeling like she's talking to the collective. So if we all watch it, we all might get something different out of it. So when I listen to it, sometimes I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? But then I'm like, I know it's for me, the messages, but you know, spirit and the universe, they don't communicate with you like this is what's going to happen. They talk in parables. Like it's always like, what? Like you have to dissect and examine what they're saying and take the messages as they are. You know what I'm saying? But she kept saying about the soap, and that she posted a picture of soap. Watch when I send that shit to Bia, she's gonna bug the fuck out. Watch. And this is what I'm saying to you. Now, not only are we connected consciously to each other, but I am finding messages for us in other places too, in different places. Okay. So even if tomorrow I could start really communicating with the spirit world and people that passed on, most likely they're not gonna say for us, because what happens is when you're in the collective, they really try not to like interfere with that, because it's like we help each other in different ways, right? But it's just like so strange that she was talking about the soap and all that. It's so weird. I was just watching that. I was like, let me not tell them that.
Wait, is she like a white lady, or what is she? What color is she?
Sadie, you couldn't play that right now, could you?
I can. Let me find it.
Yeah. It's Alchemy in You. And
I got you.
The Aquarius reading.
Great. I have to say goodbye because I have to go get my script.
All right. Bye, Vanessa. We love you.
Thanks for joining us, Vanessa.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Matter of fact, actually, Sadie, you know what? When everybody's done here, I want everybody to go watch it and see if they get messages and to let us know first. So that's really all I have for you guys for tonight. So if anybody else wants to ask anything or anything before we go, because I'm gonna go right now. I haven't eaten all day. I'm starving. Number one. I keep thinking about. Yeah.
I wanted to bring up the contest. Should we bring that contest that I messaged you about earlier?
Oh Lord, wait.
Or do you want to hold off on it? Okay.
The what?
No, right
So,
here, right now.
Contest?
Huh? The contest.
Okay.
For the code. So I know we have a lot of younger folks here with us, and I know you guys want to get like the go with the flow swag and some lavish
Yes. Oh my
merch as
God.
well. But
You
you
read my
guys are a
mind just
little
now.
young to be getting that. Maybe you don't have a credit card. Maybe your mom and dad won't let you borrow it. So we can do like a contest, like Nigel, for example, or Emma, for example, or whoever else wants to be a part of it. We can make a code for you. Like it could be Nigel 15 or Emma 15, and whoever like sells whoever gets the most like sales in 2 weeks, we could send you some free merch.
Oh, that's cool. I know what you're talking about.
If you
So
guys
they're
if you
like a
guys want
part
to
of the
do that,
Teespring thing.
yeah, and you could do that with Teespring, and you could do it with my soaps as well. And just DM me if you want to be a part of it, and I'll make the code for your name, Jasmine,
I got you,
Tina,
Sadie.
Ayla,
I got you.
whoever wants to be a part of it.
Yeah,
Anybody
so you know,
can
it's
be a part of it.
basically you talk about it and people buy it under your code, then you get that shit
and
free.
then we'll update you guys. We'll be like,
Yeah, but
okay, so Emma, you sold 2 shirts this week. Okay, you're in the lead, or whoever.
I don't know how to sell now.
Yeah.
I'll try my best though. Let's do it.
But either way though, this is what you guys understand also. Either way, whatever money I make off the t-shirts, that's always trying to come back to us, right? So I use it for anything that we need. So once it accumulates a little, because it's still like a little low right now, it's like at like $100, I think. Once it gets a little higher, then we'll be able to get everyone t-shirts made, right? Because it'll be done for cheaper, so we can all have that t-shirt on, so that when we meet up and we're actually in live in person,
I want to wear a hoodie though.
we'll all be wearing the
hoodies is my
t-shirts.
shit.
It will be the summer.
By the time we meet up, it's gonna be dumb hot. You ain't gonna want to wear a hoodie, trust me. So like when we do our beach meetings or our lake meetings or anything like that, we're always gonna wear a t-shirt. It's always gonna be recorded. I have a videographer that I'm getting together with. Just know that this plan is not, it started here, but it's gonna take off. When we're doing in-person and live meetings, all of us are going to, you know, put $5 each or something for food, whatever, or somebody could cook something. Like, these are the ways we're going to help each other, and that's it. And that's and then we bring in people into the community. It's like a process that I have. I don't want to talk about it here because somebody will steal my idea, so I'll, you know, we'll just do all that shit.
So whoever, like I said, whoever wants to be a part of that code, like Jasmine just messaged me, but anybody just message me what you want the name to be. Like I'll do Jasmine 15.
Yeah.
And whoever else just message me, and it'll be active tonight at midnight. So technically it'll start tomorrow.
And before we go, and while this is on record, so when it's on YouTube and everything, I want everyone who's watching this to know, if you want to book a private reading, go to my website and do it through there. It's the easiest way, number one. Number two, if you want to get anything from Sadie, she has a website as well. Number three, anything that I sell on my Teespring is always coming back to our community, and we're helping people enlighten themselves, and it helps us run this, right? So whatever you're buying from there, it ain't going in my pocket. I'm not buying Jordans with it. It is literally on a separate account, and I'm saving it. That's where the Angel Squad. I have bought the domain Angel Squad.
Promote Angel Squad.
Right. So that's where the Angel Squad comes in. Angel Squad, we use our money and our own stuff and other people's donations and all that stuff to keep this going. Because in order for us to keep it going, if we all paid for things ourselves, we wouldn't be able to make this happen, right? Because it's like gets expensive after a while. So anyone who's watching this, if you're donating, thank you for supporting, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing. We appreciate everything. Follow everybody's Instagram on here. I'll put everybody's Instagram link on my YouTube thing. So if you're looking at this, look at the comment section below, because I know the description's hard for people to find. Look at the comment section. All of our Instagram handles will be in there, and you can contact any one of us if you have any questions or you want to join the Zoom. If you're not comfortable contacting one, contact the other. We are always here to support and to guide you, okay? If you have any questions, you can email asktheangels@gmail.com. And any questions you have, we will be able to respond to as soon as possible, okay? So for that, I send everybody love and light. I want everybody to keep working on themselves, keep advancing yourself. Don't stop believing. Hey, don't stop.
So y'all gonna sponsor me?
Believing. Okay, guys. I love you all. I love you all very much. And I don't know. I was thinking about going on Instagram and doing like the live signs, all the signs tonight. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. What time is it? What time is it right now?
It's 8.
It's still early.
Probably around like 9 o'clock. I'm probably gonna do it. I'm not gonna post it.
You mean 9:30?
But all right,
Well,
so
I think it's unique how you named it Angel Squad, because I have my tattoo that says it too. It's
What
like
does it say?
it says, "May there always be an angel by my side."
Oh,
Wow,
yeah,
that's
that's
awesome.
awesome. You see,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. Okay, so if all you guys got it, this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna get Angel Squad tattooed on me for sure. I already know that's happening. But
You
just so
know,
you guys
I
know.
always wanted angel wings on my back. That
Well,
was
that's
my
what I'm
thing.
saying. If we're gonna do it, I'm going all in. I'm getting angel wing. But listen, guys. I want you guys, if you get a chance, when you leave here, go on YouTube and type in alchemy in you, the Aquarius
got
reading.
it.
Just read it and see if she says anything that other users are catching on to. Because when I watch it, I'm like, I watch it and a lot of it makes sense. But some of it, I'm like, maybe someone else can catch it. She might even leave a message for all of us. So be aware, okay? I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys later.
Bye,
All right,
Flo. Love
Flo.
you.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Mwah. Bye, you
Bye,
guys.
everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye, guys.
Don't take that long to say bye, y'all.
Nigel,
Mm.
shut up.
Bye, bye. Bye, bye.